Alright, it's time for the bonus episodes. Welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes. This is your host, DOJ406, and well, no, gonna be a lot of playing doing this episode, because, well, like I said, we have some stuff to go over, from, post-game and pre-game, I guess. So yeah, those dog tags, like the one I collected off of, yeah, Liquid Snake. If we go to load the file here, you can see all the dog tags I acquired, which, well, apparently you can get them off a lot of the, soldiers. Ah, crap. You can get them off a lot of the main soldiers. You have to, like, scare them or something. And shake the bodies of the, yeah. So basically, all they do is they give you the exact name of that soldier, and well, you can get them off of all the, Foxhound members as well. Their date of birth and blood type, if it's available, which it isn't for Liquid Snake, for example. That's all it is. So if you really want to know what everybody is like, you can do that, but yeah, that's all that is. But that's not what I'm here for. Like I said, there's stuff to go over involving the previous two games, the original Metal Gears 1 and 2. May as well go over the backstory of that, so you're wondering exactly how everything got set up, where all the big boss stuff came in and all that, and the Metal Gear previously. Let's go over that now, starting with the first game here, Metal Gear 1. The year, 1995, deep in South Africa, 200 kilometers north of Garsberg. Outer Heaven, an armed fortress nation established by a legendary mercenary. He was feared in combat by both his friends and foes as a hero and a lunatic. The Western nations had found out that a weapon of mass destruction capable of rewriting war history was under development at Outer Heaven. They called upon the high-tech Special Forces unit, Foxhound, to take care of the situation. In response to this order, Big Boss, Commander-in-Chief of Foxhound, sent Gray Fox, the man with the codename Fox, a name given to the best member of the unit. Operation Intrude and 313. After a few days, Gray Fox was missing in action, his last message being, Metal Gear. Taking the situation seriously, the top men of the West again called for Foxhound. Big Boss selected Agent Solid Snake, who had just recently joined Foxhound and entrusted everything to him, successfully making a solo infiltration into Outer Heaven. Snake got in touch with local resistance members, Schneider, Diane, and Jennifer. With their cooperation, Snake succeeded in rescuing Gray Fox. Gray Fox then laid out the terrifying facts about Metal Gear. Metal Gear was the development name of a nuclear warhead-equipped, two-legged walking tank. It could walk through even the roughest terrains that would stop normal tanks. It could conduct local warfare by itself with unique weapons like its Vulcan cannon and anti-tank missiles. It was indeed a new type of weapon that could conduct a nuclear attack against any place on the face of the Earth from any land surface. With Metal Gear, Outer Heaven was trying to establish its military superiority over the entire world. In order to destroy Metal Gear, Snake rescued Metal Gear's chief engineer, Dr. Petrovic, and his daughter Ellen, who was taken hostage to force her father to continue with his development. Snake heard from Dr. Petrovic how to destroy Metal Gear. However, as Snake approached the heart of the Outer Heaven in Metal Gear, well-designed traps were set all around Snake, as if all his actions were being leaked to the enemy. In the midst of an escalating battle, the leader of the resistance, Schneider, fell into the hands of the enemy, and Snake himself was injured through deadly battles with Outer Heaven's best mercenaries. But Snake's indomitable spirit led him to the 100th floor basement of the secret base where Metal Gear was developed. Evading the powerful defense system that had wiped out all other intruders, Snake ultimately succeeded in destroying Metal Gear. Snake tried to escape from Outer Heaven upon completing the mission. However, during the escape he was confronted by one man, Foxhound Commander Big Boss. Big Boss laughed at the astounded Snake and told him the truth about his mission. While serving as the commander of Foxhound, Big Boss also ran as a mercenary dispatch company utilizing his connections in capital from his years as a merc. He was planning to build his company a larger military establishment, and he built Outer Heaven as its base. His purpose for sending the rookie Snake to Outer Heaven was to cause information confusion in the West. However, Big Boss miscalculated. He never thought that Snake would make it that far. Having lost Metal Gear, Big Boss activated the self-destruction system of the underground base. While the countdown to destruction continued, his scream echoed in the emptiness. You have gone too far, too far! In the 100th floor basement, the battle between two men commenced free of ideology and politics. The armed fortress nation, Outer Heaven, collapsed. The impenetrable fortress, made from the best military technology and occupied by the toughest mercenaries, burned in flames. Behind him, the flames reached skyward as Outer Heaven fell, leaving Solid Snake all alone. So yeah, the original game went through Outer Heaven to try to stop the original Metal Gear, but it turns out Big Boss is the one behind it the whole time. It was his plan, so, well, Solid Snake had to stop Big Boss. He basically fought him, then they both ran away. Solid Snake to escape, and Big Boss to wherever else. Where was that conflict dealt with? Why, in Metal Gear 2, Solid Snake. Going over him in particular, I believe. Happened 4 years later. 1999. The world was facing an energy crisis. It was obvious that the supply of petroleum would run out faster than expected. However, the development of an alternate energy resource was far from completion. The price of petroleum skyrocketed, and the world economy was in confusion. The 21st century was expected to be one of chaos. One man's invention changed the entire situation. A Czech genius and biologist, Dr. Kiomarv, invented Oilex, a microorganism that refines petroleum to produce a highly purified form of petroleum. The world was filled with hope upon the discovery of the Messiah to solve the energy crisis. But at the same time, the world entered a time of tension regarding this new algae. As when the whole world's attention was drawn to Oilex and Dr. Marv, he was abducted by someone and disappeared. Nations began investigations immediately, and a name soon appeared: Zanzibar Land. Zanzibar Land was a democratic military regime that suddenly appeared in Central Asia in 1997. When their uprising took place, the CIS army, formed around Russia, sent a suppressive unit immediately. Zanzibar Land resisted by gathering a band of mercenaries from nations around the world and fortifying most of its land. As a result, the CIS army was repeatedly defeated, and Zanzibar Land declared its independence. Due to the active role mercenaries played, this war was called the Mercenary War, and Zanzibar Land was referred to as an armed fortress nation, a military nation with a group of strong mercenaries surrounded by a tough fortress. According to the latest information, Zanzibar supposedly was armed with nuclear weapons. The whole scenario was crystal clear. By obtaining Oilex in addition to nuclear weapons, Zanzibar Land was trying to establish its economic and military superiority over the entire world. Concerned about the situation, the United States ordered Roy Campbell, commander of High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound, to rescue Dr. Marv Campbell, who was a former member of Foxhound. He brought back Solid Snake. Commander single-handedly brought down the armed fortress nation of Outer Heaven 4 years before, and asked Snake to bring back both Dr. Marv and Oilex. Successfully infiltrating Zanzibar Land, and with the help of CIA agent Holly and others, Snake was able to go deep into the fortress and meet again with Dr. Petrovic, the chief engineer of Metal Gear at Outer Heaven. He, too, was abducted to Zanzibar Land and was forced to develop another Metal Gear. He told the surprised Snake of an even more shocking fact. Big Boss, the man Snake had defeated at Outer Heaven, turned out to be the general commander of Zanzibar Land. Snake rescued Dr. Petrovic in cooperation with Natasha, Dr. Marv's guard and former Czech International Secret Police agent, and then headed for the confinement facility deep in the fortress to save Dr. Marv. When Petrovic and Natasha crossed the narrow suspension bridge over the deep valley, a missile blew the bridge away. Natasha was sent flying into the air from the explosion. While unable to do anything to save Natasha, Snake started hearing a well-known voice. "Hey, Snake, we're good buddies. I can let you go. Just leave this place at once." Gray Fox. Snake saw Gray Fox, the best soldier in Foxhound, controlling Metal Gear. After the fall of Outer Heaven, Fox had disappeared as if he had followed Big Boss, losing Natasha in front of his eyes and letting Petrovic get taken away. Snake screamed, "Fox, I will not give up!" After a series of deadly battles with mercenaries, Snake finally made it to Dr. Marv's confinement facility. However, he arrived too late. He saw Dr. Marv's corpse and Petrovic, who could do nothing but just stand there. Petrovic told Snake that Dr. Marv could not withstand the repeated tortures because of heart problems. Snake then received an emergency call from Holly. The information she supplied was very shocking. Petrovic had been voluntarily visiting Zanzibar Land to develop Metal Gear. The abduction of Dr. Marv was conducted under the directions of Petrovic himself. After the truth came out, Petrovic attacked Snake, but Snake easily put an end to him and obtained the structural plan of Oilex. While trying to escape, Snake was confronted by Metal Gear, again controlled by Great Fox. A tremendous battle took place in the underground base. Snake finally succeeded in destroying Metal Gear. However, Great Fox did not submit and challenged Snake to a final battle. In the midst of a minefield, Snake and Fox fought without any weapons, a fist-to-fist duel involving no hatred or murderous intent. During that weird moment of purity, the two were bound by forces transcending words and emotion. Snake won the tough but pure battle against Grey Fox. However, there was someone else Snake still had to fight. Big Boss. Just like 4 years before at Outer Heaven, Big Boss was waiting for Snake. One who has experienced the tension of battle can never leave the battlefield. I am the one giving you something to live for, and that is war. Snake was infuriated at the arrogant Big Boss. There is only one battle I have to fight. To free myself from you, to shatter the nightmare. Big Boss, I will kill you. With a structural plan of Oilix, Snake and Holly escape from Zanzibar land in a rescue helicopter. Snake once again saved the world. However, there was no smile on his face. Big Boss's last words kept ringing in Snake's head. Whoever wins, our battle does not end. The loser is freed from the battlefield, but the winner must remain there. And the survivor must live his life as a warrior until he dies. Snake then disappeared into the white lands of Alaska. So yeah, supposing that Big Boss died then. And yeah. That explains how he got to dog mushing. So yeah, he had to stop Metal Gear twice, and Gray Fox was his enemy in Metal Gear 2, as they mentioned throughout Metal Gear Solid. So yeah, there's that. I don't really have anything else to go over in this. There's Meryl chapters basically just going over some cutscenes involving her, but you've seen all of them already. Photo album, I think I could take pictures while I played the game, which, cool boy. I didn't do, because I didn't really know I could do that, but I wouldn't worry about that. And apparently there's a boss rush mode. I don't think you get anything out of it, though. So there's that. And now the other thing to go over, well, to see the initial pre-game briefing, basically everything after Metal Gear 2.
It's been a long time.
Right before Metal Gear Solid 1.
I should have known you were behind
Which I can
this,
free look
Colonel.
around the room. Get a good angle on things.
Straight to the point as always.
What do you want from me?
This is the initial meeting with Roy
I
Campbell
just
for
invited
Snake.
you here so we could have a talk.
Invited?
And there's Holly Hunter.
That's what you call sending
Oh,
armed
wait.
soldiers after me?
Is that her name? I forget.
Sorry
Jeez.
if they were a little rough with you. But we've got
Jeez.
a serious situation here. Only you can get us out of it.
So you say.
I'm retired from Foxhound. You're
Oh,
not my
Naomi
commander
Hunter, whoops.
anymore, and I don't have to take orders from you or anyone else.
I just want to go back to my
You will
dogs.
take these orders. I know it.
What the fuck?
Excuse me.
Oh, right. So there's
Who's
this.
this?
Dr. Naomi Hunter, the unit's chief medic, an expert in gene therapy.
Are you military?
No, civilian. I've been sent here from ATGC.
Huh.
Pleasure to meet you, Snake. Don't worry. This injection won't hurt a bit.
Ugh.
What the fuck, you lying bitch?
What's the shot for?
The
What's
nanomachines.
You don't like shots?
Put the nanomachines, Fox die in
Snake.
there.
Listen up.
You bitch.
About 5 hours ago, an island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago called Shadow Moses Island
Shadow
was
Moses.
occupied by special ops soldiers.
What soldiers?
So that's the island, huh?
Next generation special forces, led by members of Unit Foxhound. They've presented Washington with a single demand.
See,
and
here's
they say that if it isn't
how
met,
everything went
they'll
beforehand.
launch a nuclear weapon.
How they figured out about the
A
threat, how he
nuclear
got,
weapon.
well,
I'm afraid so.
informed of the whole situation.
You see, the island is the site of a secret nuclear weapons disposal facility.
Foxhound hijacking a nuclear weapon?
What dicks?
Now you understand how serious the situation is.
Always at the nukes.
You have two objectives. First, infiltrate the nuclear weapons disposal facility and rescue the two hostages. They are DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and Kenneth Baker, president of Armstech.
Although one of them wound up being Decoy Octopus.
Those are some heavy-duty hostages.
Yeah?
Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to launch a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
I hope they don't have
Any
another Metal
questions, Snake?
Gear.
Questions? I haven't even said whether I'd accept this mission.
Well, you can make up your mind after you hear more about the situation.
So yeah. Now we have to go over all the stuff about, yeah. All the, stuff pertaining to the plot of this game. Which, yep, you can go through a whole video briefing. You got the mission description here, which will give you a check mark if you watch the whole thing. I only know because I watched the whole beginning one once, but you can press start to get out of it. They won't give you the check mark unless you watch the entire thing, though. So, let's go over the rest of it, see exactly how they planned everything. Starting the infiltration method.
Tell me about the nuclear weapon disposal.
Oh, you press
facility.
L and R to change camera, by the way.
The disposal
And B to
facility
zoom in.
includes a hardened
Y to zoom out.
underground base. Even
And
with
X.
our most advanced intelligence gathering equipment, we can't tell what's happening inside.
Fuck.
So, someone needs to penetrate, gather intelligence, and report back. Sounds like a spy movie.
I love those. You a James Bond fan? I know I am.
What's the insertion method?
Anal?
Well, an air insertion is impossible.
No shit. It doesn't
Not
work
with
that
this
way.
storm going on.
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
Yeah, sounds right.
Approach?
Yes, within a few miles of it.
I'm sure they
The
got good
facility
guards
is
outside around the
equipped with
ocean.
sonar detection capabilities.
Well, that, yeah.
They'd be able to hear our engine or propeller noise.
Mm-hmm.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV.
Yep. The
Launch.
vehicle he actually came in on.
Same as a torpedo. Only this has no propulsion device of its own. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it.
And he
From
did.
there on, you'll have to swim.
You want me to swim in sub-zero Alaskan water?
That's what the suit you get is
Don't
for.
worry. That suit represents the latest advances in polythermal technology.
It'll keep your body warm-ish.
The nuclear weapons
think.
disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
Nope.
As always, this is a one-man sneaking mission.
What the fuck? Why is it always just me?
Weapons and equipment OSP.
Yep.
Yes. This is a top
Why?
secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
Can you unofficially support me? What the fuck? So, yep. Pretty much everything you got to hear in the opening cutscene. Just a little more detail, but yeah. That's that. Oh, they give more once you listen to some of it. Alright, so it'll be worth going to all of this. Oh boy, this could be a while, so sit tight.
What's the time limit?
24 hours.
Jesus!
They say they'll launch after 24 hours.
That's pretty fucked.
Do
Whole
they
day,
say
though, that's
what
not
the
too bad.
target Will be?
So far,
For one
they
facility.
haven't mentioned the target.
When did the countdown start?
5 hours ago.
Shit. So, about 19 hours from now. May as well make it 18. Fuck. I promise not to actually activate the nukes. You would hope. So that's that. Okay, so talk about operation members. Figure out who the people are that are basically enlisting us to do all this. Why the hell not? What the hell is that? Oh, cigarette.
Colonel, who are you speaking for?
Ah,
Naturally, I'm representing the U.S. government.
I was gonna say, that's a good question.
So who's in supervisory control of this operation?
Secretary of Defense,
the
right?
President of the United States.
Oh, the actual president. Okay.
So there's a lot of crap hitting fans in the White House basement.
Damn political snobs.
Well, at this point, they're still video conferencing with each other.
Huh.
If that's
Why
a
do you
real
look towards
nuclear
this camera when he
warhead,
said that?
Shouldn't they issue a COG?
Not yet. The Secretary of Defense has operational control and is fully
Ah.
aware of the situation.
Shit.
After you infiltrate, if you determine they possess nuclear launch capabilities, a COG will be issued.
Well,
course.
if they haven't relocated to the nuclear shelter under Mount Washington, I suppose there isn't that much reason to worry. Yet.
Yeah.
Is the National Security Agency in on this?
Yes, and so is the DIA, the Defense Intelligence Agency.
The
I guess once
DIA?
the higher ups start hiding, then you know
I've
shit's
got
gonna
a
hit the
bad
fan.
feeling about this.
They'll be sending us some support.
So protect
We
themselves
don't
first.
need desk jockeys. We need a nuclear weapons
I
specialist.
hate DJs.
Of course.
They're not
A
fun.
nuclear weapons specialist has already been assigned to us.
Ah, that's Nastasha. Okay. What the fuck? Hey. Bitch, I was using those. Wow, your doctor's a fucking bitch. Damn. Hey, makes sense. She's a doctor. You don't want you smoking, especially around with her there. Okay, so who's the support crew? I guess that's, Mei Ling and,
We need backup from a specialist.
yeah.
I'm just an amateur when it comes to nuclear weapons.
Yeah,
I know.
apparently.
That's why I've requested the assistance of a military analyst named Nastasha Romanenko.
Yep, there's
She'll be
her.
providing you backup by codec.
What's her frequency? Oh, wait, you can't tell me that. Fuck you.
A female analyst?
Gee.
She's built up an impressive record as an advisor for the Nuclear Emergency Search Team.
She should go back to the kitchen.
Contact her if you
Snake!
have any questions. She's also an expert on high-tech weapons.
Where's she working from?
Her home in Los Angeles.
California.
The fuck?
California's a lot different than this place.
Oh, nice. She gets to stay nice and cozy in her home in California. Ooh, must be nice being a frickin' nuclear weapon advisor. Bitch. Anyway, time to talk about Roy Campbell here. What will he be doing during all this?
Colonel, you're retired. Why are you involved in this?
Good question. Again,
Because there aren't many people who know Foxhound as well as I do.
also true.
Is that the only reason?
What about Gray Fox?
I've been soldiering for a long time.
He won't kill me, I
I
think.
don't know anything else. I guess even though I'm getting a little old, I still love to be in the field.
So you say.
Colonel, you're a lousy liar. Tell me the real reason.
I'll support you all the way.
Okay, Snake. Sorry.
Thank you, Colonel. My man.
I'll be frank. A person very dear to me is being held hostage.
Who
And
is
that
it?
would be Meryl.
My niece, Meryl.
So he did know the name ahead of time. Hey, Mr. Campbell, would have been nice if you actually gave a description of her. Instead of saying nothing, so he didn't know who the hell... Well, then again, the first time he saw her, she was wearing a mask. So never
What
mind.
was your niece doing there?
I guess he wasn't
Several
paying attention to her in
soldiers
the
were
vent either.
reported missing the day of the revolt, and my niece was one of those called in as an emergency replacement.
And he was given a picture of her. How did he do...
She looks like you.
She's my little brother's girl. He died in the Gulf War, and since then
Ugh.
I've been watching after her.
I see. Then again,
A
they
personal
paid attention to her
motive,
the vent,
Colonel.
and then saw the
That's
mask.
not very soldierly.
One note till he saw her in the women's bathroom in the nuke
I'm
building.
retired. I'm just an old man now, and I'm your friend.
You have
Since
friended me
when are
too,
we
I guess.
Friends?
We'll never
I've
betray
thought
each
of
other.
us as friends since the fall of Zanzibar land.
Haven't you had enough of a moody bastard like me?
No.
You are kind of a
That's
dick.
the part of you I trust.
Really?
Please, Snake.
I hope you
Save
don't
my
mind if I
niece
choke
now.
you on this bed. Right now. I want to hear you gasping for air.
All right. But I have two conditions.
2 conditions.
Name them.
Oh,
One,
God.
no more secrets between us.
Ha!
I want complete disclosure at all times.
Good luck with that.
And 2, I'll only accept orders directly from you, Colonel.
Which he pretty
No
much did.
cutouts involved, okay?
Agreed. That's why I was called. But one thing.
What?
Oh, God, what? Classified
I'm
information?
not a colonel anymore.
Oh, that's what he meant by that.
Just a retired old warhorse.
They're just a man they got him for this. Not really any position of anything. I
I
see.
understand.
Now it makes more sense to me. I'm still gonna call you Colonel. Makes me feel good. Reminds me of the times we used to go to KFC together. That was stupid. Sorry. So that's all about saving Meryl. And now Dr. Naomi. Gotta hear about her. Not to interrupt the thing about your niece,
That
but
doctor, is she part of this operation too?
who's this hot bitch?
She was in charge of Foxhound's gene therapy. She knows more about those men than anyone else.
Damn.
So, she's used to seeing men naked.
Jesus Christ.
Make no mistake, I'm not a nurse. I am a scientist.
Oh.
By the way, what was that injection for?
The fuck was that?
It's a combination of nanomachines and an anti-freezing peptide.
Fucking
so that your
nanomachines.
blood and other bodily fluids don't freeze, even at subarctic temperatures.
Nanomachines.
Not just one kind either.
Goddamn
There are
nanomachines.
different types which will replenish the supply of adrenaline, nutrition, and sugar in your bloodstream.
Now I don't have to worry about food.
They won't get me sick, will they?
I also put some nootropics in there.
Say what?
Nootropics.
No
A
tropics.
class of drugs which will help improve your mental functioning.
Hey, I can think about you naked right now. I'm thinking
It'll
well
make me
enough.
Smarter, huh? Anything else?
Yes. It's a type of stimulant. It'll keep you alert and responsive for 12 straight hours.
Damn.
That was quite a cocktail. Anything else in there?
Those nanomachines will also keep your Codex batteries charged up.
Huh. That's...
I guess I can call
The
you
fuck?
when I'm ready to go on a diet.
There you go.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you. Making my life harder to live in privacy. Thank you very much. Anything else to go over her, or is that it? Nope, that's it. Okay. All that's left is detailed information. Going over everything in particular. After this, we'll be done with this episode. Like it gets said, sorry it's a long one, but there's a lot of information to go over.
The chief of DARPA and the president of an arms manufacturing company.
Yeah.
What business did they have at a nuclear weapons disposal facility?
The truth is that secret exercises were being conducted at the time the terrorist group attacked.
I see.
Must be extremely important exercises if those two were directly involved. Were they testing some
Wanna make
kind of
some quick
new
buck.
advanced weapon?
Apparently
I'm
so.
not privy to that information.
You lying dick! You know about the Metal
Do
Gear!
we know exactly where they're being held?
The DARPA chief has also been injected with a mini transmitter. As
Huh.
you get closer, you should be able to pick up his location on your radar.
It did happen! I did notice that. I was wondering why he showed up on the radar. There'd be no reason for that. I guess all the genome soldiers are something on them that make me able to track them down too. I would think. Otherwise, it doesn't make any
Do
sense.
they really have the ability to launch a nuclear missile?
That's what we
They
have to
say
find
they
out.
do. They even gave us the serial number of the warhead they plan to use.
What? Why would they do that?
Was the number confirmed?
I'm afraid so.
Shit.
At the very least, they've got their hands on a real nuclear warhead.
Thanks, U.S.
Isn't there
military.
some kind of safety
governments,
device to prevent
whatever.
this type of terrorism?
Yes. Every missile and warhead in our arsenal is equipped with a PAL, which uses a discrete detonation code.
Right.
PAL.
Permissive Action Link.
Oh, I
The
thought it was
safety
referring to the
control
PAL region.
system built into all nuclear weapon systems. But even so, we can't rest easy.
Damn pals.
Why not?
Because the DARPA chief knows the detonation code.
God damn it. Of course he does.
But even if they have a nuclear warhead, it must have been removed from its missile. All the
Hopefully.
missiles on these disposal sites are supposed to be dismantled. It's not that easy to get your hands on an ICBM.
Yeah, you would think
That
so.
used to be true. But since the end of the Cold War, you can get anything if you can pay the money.
I mean, of course, why not? Why wouldn't that be the case? That's the way the... you know what? I'm not going to go into it. I'm going to say anything. So what's this? Terrorist arrangement? Or did it say armament? I should have read that.
How well armed are these terrorists? I know there was an exercise going on at the time they revolted.
They're heavily armed, I'm afraid.
Shit.
What about their battle experience?
Probably somewhat low.
The 6 in charge are plenty tough.
Well, yeah, there's
After
them.
all, they're foxhound people.
Oh, of course.
Hey, you're gonna make me blush.
That means I'm
The
experienced
others are
too.
next generation special forces. They're not your average grunts either.
Of course. They're still not fantastic. I mean, you can put them to sleep easily if you tranquilize their face. Seriously, you just tranquilize them in the face, boom, done. Okay, it was armament, now the demand. So what are they demanding? $1 billion in Big Boss's remains, right? That's what I've been hearing.
So what exactly are they demanding?
Do me in the ass, right now!
A person's remains.
Remains?
That's right.
Whose?
To be more accurate, cell specimens which contain the individual's genetic information.
What individuals do they want? Tell me!
Cell specimens? Why would they want that?
If you don't go into this in detail, and you're a dick.
Terrorists need them. You see, these next-generation special forces have been strengthened through gene therapy.
And you knew about this!
Genes? Strengthened?
You've heard of the Human Genome Project. They've been mapping the human genome, and they're nearly finished.
I'm one of those subjects,
Following
aren't
up
I?
on this research,
What the fuck am
military
I?
has been working towards identifying those genes which are responsible for making effective soldiers.
What the fuck?
There are genes that do that?
Yes, and using gene therapy,
You're one of them,
they're
Snake!
able to transplant those genes into regular soldiers.
Wow, I guess he really was clueless. And again, why would he know that?
Gene therapy?
I'll explain this part.
Ah, thank you. I need that clarification if you wouldn't mind.
With gene therapy, it becomes easy to remove genes that cause sickness and disease, or, alternatively, to splice in additional genetic material.
In other words,
Thank you.
we can overcome all sorts of genetic diseases and at the same time add genetic characteristics as desired.
That's kind of fucked up.
Okay, and so if you knew what genes were responsible for making the perfect soldier, you could implant them in the same way, right?
Yes.
Yep.
We could.
But
Wow.
it all depends on being able to isolate and identify those soldier genes.
Even though I've clearly
And
heard
in order
that...
to do that, it's helpful if you can study the genetic information of one of the greatest soldiers ever.
Yes. Are you talking about me? Talking about me, right? So he got put into gene therapy after he was already... When did that happen, though? Or did that already... Oh, wait, no, I guess it already happened. And then he fought Big Boss afterwards. I'm not... Why? Why do they think that was, like, so recent?
One of
He
the
doesn't know
greatest
anything.
soldiers ever.
Who could that
The
be?
man they called the greatest warrior of the 20th century.
Oh, no.
You don't mean Big Boss.
I hate that fucking
That's
guy.
right.
He's an
We've been
asshole.
working feverishly to identify the genes responsible for his incredible combat skill. So far, we've discovered about 60 of the so-called soldier genes.
Right.
So his body was recovered after all.
What the fuck? I thought I'd
Yes.
burn him
And
alive.
his cells have remained frozen in a cryochamber.
Why?
His genetic information is a priceless treasure to mankind.
Yes, that's not dangerous or anything.
Priceless to the military, perhaps.
His body was burned severely, but it was possible to restore his DNA profile from just a single strand of his hair.
Jesus.
Oh, heck, it's like some kind of dinosaur theme park. And
Oh,
you're gonna
God.
Put these genes into soldiers?
Yes.
We're not making
We'll
a
use
super
process
soldier
that I
theme park,
discovered
Snake.
called gene targeting.
That'd be
The
ridiculous.
strongest soldiers don't become what they are by acquiring their skills through training or experience.
They get trained it through their
We now
genes.
know that hereditary factors are far
Well,
more
rather,
crucial for
implanted
creating
those skills
superior
through their
soldiers.
genes.
Snake, we can't hand over his body.
No shit.
It's more strategically important than any weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah.
I hear the terrorists are calling themselves the Sons of Big Boss.
What the fuck does that even mean? Oh boy.
The
Aren't you in
son's a big boss.
Aren't you in for some fun, Snake? We don't even realize yet that you are also one of them, quote unquote. Depending on how you think of it. Next Generation Special Forces Unit. Oh, I guess this is all the genome soldiers. Alright. Let's go over that quickly.
Tell me about these next generation special forces.
Shift around all over the
They
place.
started out as an anti-terrorist special ops unit, made up of former members of biochem units, technical escort units, and the nuclear emergency search team.
And they all turned rogue.
Their
That's
purpose
nice.
was to respond to threats involving next-generation weapons of mass destruction, including NBC weapons.
Oh, not the
Until
National
they
Broadcast
added,
Channel.
that is.
Oh no.
Who's they?
These guys didn't start out as regular army.
I
Looks
still have
like
dog
a pretty
tags.
international group. Mercenaries?
Yeah, and it gets worse. Most of them were from a merc agency that I think you're familiar with.
Foxhound,
They were
right?
part of Big Boss's private guard.
Huh,
And
I
after
knew
Big
it.
Boss went down, the military just bought out all their contracts.
Huh. Gee, I wonder why. It's like they can make use of that.
Outer heaven.
I hate that
After
day.
that, they were merged with our own VR unit, Force 21, and retrained. If you ask me, these so-called next-generation special forces should be called simulated soldiers. They have no real battle experience.
Soldiers of the video game generation, huh?
Oh god!
Don't forget, they've all been strengthened with gene therapy. They carry genes which make them excellent soldiers.
They make you a soldier of
Don't
the
get
video game
careless
generation,
just
wouldn't
because
it?
they don't have much experience.
I thought international law banned the military use of genetic therapy.
Yes, but those are just declarations, not actual treaties.
The interesting thing is that nearly every member of the unit conspired in this attack.
Of course. So somebody got them all to do it. Somebody else is running them. And that would be Liquid. The reason for unanimous approval. Maybe this will go into more detail about that. But I doubt that name will come up until I go to Foxhound.
How can an entire unit be subverted to rebellion?
About that.
They're calling it a revolution.
Since they all went through the same gene therapy, they probably felt closer than brothers.
Oh, God.
They see the unit as their only family.
The sons of Big Boss.
It does make sense, I guess.
But if
That is
they were
really
regular
weird, though.
army, they must have been interviewed periodically by army counselors.
According to their files, they all got straight A's on their psychological tests.
Well, that makes sense.
They all seemed like fine, upstanding, patriotic soldiers.
Well, the genes, I'm sure, would help with
But
that.
they all took part in the uprising?
No. Several people didn't show up on the day of the exercise.
Oh, okay.
That's why there was a resupply of troops.
Was there any sign recently that something might be wrong?
There was a report a month ago that they were acting strangely.
Apparently, they consulted classified information about the soldier genes and performed their own gene therapy experiments.
They
Jeez.
can do that, even without you?
Yeah.
Well, our gene therapy process is
Yeah,
almost
get closer.
completely automated. And besides that, they're all geniuses with IQs over 180.
Jesus.
Even the existence of this genome army is a national secret of the highest order.
Good to know.
We had been hoping to investigate this thing quietly and deal with it behind closed doors.
Wow. So really, it just got taken out of their hands entirely. Whatever started all their frickin' uprising stuff really got out of their own control. This is the government's idea, wasn't it?
High-tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound, your former unit, and one that I was the commander of.
Oh yeah, that's
An
right.
elite group combining firepower and expertise.
He did say that.
They're every bit as good as when I was commanding them.
Of course. But
So
why?
they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity.
Time to go over all of them
Psycho
in
Mantis,
detail.
with his powerful psychic abilities.
Yes.
Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter.
I'll kill her in Alaska, somewhere in the
Decoy
snow.
Octopus, master of disguise.
Good luck finding him. What are you looking at me like that for? What?
Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman.
Sounds like a Raven
and
fanatic.
Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter.
He kills people. Specialist, huh?
Sounds like a bunch of cartoon characters.
You know,
And finally, in charge of them,
it is kind of
Foxhound
would
squad
sound like
leader,
that.
Liquid Snake.
So yeah,
Liquid Snake.
yep,
Yes. And you're the only person who can stand against him.
that makes sense. So, I have a brother named Liquid, and I'm solid. Is there a gaseous snake? Oh, god damn it. Well, finally we get to hear about, in detail, about Liquid Snake. What I got to hear about him beforehand. I never knew about him.
Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake, the man who shares your code name. The
Yeah.
solid versus the liquid.
Where's the gas?
Tell me what you know.
Is there a plasma snake,
He
too?
fought in the Gulf War as a teenager, the youngest person in the SAS.
Oh, damn.
His job was to track down and destroy mobile Scud missile launching platforms. You were there too, I believe. Didn't you infiltrate western Iraq with a platoon of Green Berets?
I guess I did. I don't remember.
I was just a kid myself back then.
Exactly.
The details are classified, but it seems that originally he penetrated the Middle East as a sleeper for the SIS.
Oh.
He was a spy for the British Secret Intelligence Service?
But he never once showed his face in Century House.
Whoa.
He was taken prisoner in Iraq, and after that there was no trace of him for several years. After you retired, he was rescued and became a member of Foxhound.
Rescued.
I thought that by the time I left, they were no longer using code names.
I guess that changed
I
back
don't
when
know
he
his
came along.
real name. That information is so highly classified that even I can't look at it. Here's a
Damn it.
photo of him.
It's Solid Snake refuses to give his full name, just giving David, as if it's referencing the voice
Pretty
actor.
shocking, huh? His skin tone is different, but otherwise, you two are exact duplicates.
I have a twin?
I don't know the details, but it seems so.
The hair doesn't
That's
look
why
like
we
mine at
really
all.
need you for this mission.
You're the only one who can beat him.
That does
Now that
make
I've met
sense.
you, I know. You've got something that he doesn't.
You like this body,
Why don't
huh?
I find that thought more comforting.
Understandable. Means you gotta go back out to war. I guess that's everything. Yep, we got to go over every little detail. So you leave. Well, you get this last one. Just from leaving the
I need
briefing
to
room.
borrow your scissors.
What are you going to do?
Oh, there's an extra one.
Don't worry. Just gonna clean myself up a little.
Huh?
I don't want to be mistaken for the leader of the terrorists.
Oh. I say I went through these before and left this. I guess it's a different one if you actually watched all of them. Shit, I might have fucked that up. So there was another video that played if you didn't watch all of them. It's basically him frickin' talking to Roy Campbell, questioning why he was doing this at all. Shit, I fucked that up. I say, without being briefed on every little detail, he'll frickin', well, he'll confront Colonel Roy Campbell as if why he should be doing this at all. But that is basically just saying, like, you need to listen to more of this, I guess. My bad, I guess I should have shown that first. Damn it! But at least I knew about it. Right, so yeah, that's all the briefing. We went over all that extra stuff. And, well, I don't care to go over anything else. But come back next time, and guess what? I'm going to go through the game again. I happened to learn about something that occurs in this game. I wondered to myself, what happens if you surrender to Ocelot's torture? And, well, basically, the next bonus episode, the last one, will basically be going over the consequences of what happens. Because if I recall, he says Meryl will die if I surrender. And since I saved Meryl at the end of the game, I want to see what happens. I'm very curious about that. Well, I guess we'll go over that then. See you guys next time when we go through an express end of the game playthrough of that and see exactly what happens to Meryl after I give up on the torture like a little bitch.